guys, my name's Craig and welcome to Small Farmer Life. If you haven't been to this channel before, it's all about how you guys can start your very own small farm here in the UK. Now, what you're going to need to start your own farm, firstly, is a plot of land. Now, how are you going to find that plot of land? Now, most people would do the obvious thing and look at estate agents, land agents, online, and all that sort of thing. The usual stuff that people do when they go looking for a house. Why wouldn't you do that? But you don't want to do that, and I'll tell you why. There's one big reason why you don't want to do it. Because if you're looking for land to farm, I can guarantee if you buy it from a land agent or an estate agent, that it'll come with a nice big juicy clawback on it. And if you don't know what a clawback is, that means that there's an agreement between the seller and the buyer, which is put into the seller's head normally by the estate agents or the land agents, that over the period of 25 years, that if you ever get planning permission on that piece of land that you have started a farm on and you've built up into a nice big farm and you need to be there all the time now and you need to have a house on there, and then you get planning permission for that land, then the increase of the value of land is going to shoot up dramatically. So let's say you paid £50,000 here for 5 acres of land. The average price of an acre of land is around about £6,000-7,000 in the UK at the moment. That's normally for grazing land, but only if you're buying 100 acres. When you're buying small plots of land like an acre or 2 acres or 3 acres, you're paying £12,000 to £15,000 per acre. Now, let's say you paid £25,000, you got 2.5 acres. If eventually you did get planning permission to live on that plot of land, then the uplift could be £225,000. So the value of your land is now £225,000. Take off the £25,000 that you paid for the land and you've got £200,000. You have to pay the seller, even if it was 23 years out of the 25 years they put on the actual agreement, £100,000 in the increase of the value of that land. So guys, the way I have done it and my friends have done it is get out there, put your feet on the street, start knocking on people's doors just outside your town, or if you want to move further away, outside of town, what they call a development boundary. Because if you purchase land in a development boundary of a town, which is around every town has to have a development boundary. If you purchase a large field, let's say in that town, I can guarantee it's already been earmarked for planning or development of some sort, and it's going to cost a fortune. But if you're outside the development boundary of a town, it's going to be a whole lot cheaper. And there's plenty of land out there, guys. In the UK alone, people think that there's not enough land to build on and there's so much land already built on. Well, there's only 6% of the UK actually built on. That's it. Everywhere. When you fly over the UK, if you've been on holiday, you'll see it's a patchwork quilt of farmers' fields. So if you go out there, just outside your town, you'll see bungalows built 60, 70 years ago, maybe houses built about the same time, and these could have been farm workers and the farm's been split up, but that house has ended up with a large parcel of land attached to it. Now, you'll see them normally have a garden of a certain size, 1/8 of an acre, and then you'll see the other large parcel of land all overgrown. Now, don't be shy, you can go and knock on these doors, but I would say do it in the right manner. Don't go dressed in a suit and tie for starters, because if you do that, you'll look like a developer, and nobody wants a big development going on right next door to their house and spoiling their lovely surroundings in a nice quiet part of what you could call the outside countryside of a town. So what you need to do, guys, is go out there with your girlfriend, with your wife, with the kids, and have a drive around in the car and look for plots of land that could potentially be a small farm and suit you down to the ground. And if you explain to them what you're wanting to do, how you're going to go about doing it, and how you'll take care of the land, Now, this land could look like an eyesore to them, and they'd love to see something done with the land. I mean, you could even give them vegetables and that, because you want to be making friends locally, obviously. Now, if they don't want to sell their piece of land, you can guarantee they know all the other people on the country lane that has land, and maybe one of them might want to sell a piece of land. This is how me and my friends all purchased our land. I walked into a horse tax shop and just asked them, do they know anybody who's selling any land? And they pointed me in this direction. The guy who owned the land had 8 acres of land. He didn't want the 6 acres that he sold me. It was just a field, and there was horses grazing in it, but they weren't his horses. And he kept 2 acres to go with the house. Well, it's a 1.5 story house, so not mansions or anything like that. And that's how you can find it, guys. And there's no clawbacks on it, no covenants. There's a restrictive covenant that I can't have a horse livery, but I don't intend to ever have a horse livery and stable horses anyway. I want to start a farm. My farm is breeding pure beef poultry. And that's the best way that I think anybody can find land without the dreaded clawbacks on it, because the only people you're going to be dealing with is your solicitor, their solicitor. The solicitors get paid. They're not interested in telling them what they can do and what they can't do. Don't get me wrong, you might get the odd solicitor that does that. And it took me all of about 3 months after deciding to purchase a small piece of land to actually finding it, and then another month or so to get the deal done. That's how simple it was, guys, to do it. But if you're shy and not like really good with talking to people, then get somebody who's really good at talking to people, and you'll be surprised how many people open up to you and are willing to tell you where land is for sale, because most land deals like this are done without the interference of estate agents and land agents. So there's either sort of other farmers or neighbours and places like that, just through solicitor and solicitor. So guys, that's my take on how you can find the perfect piece of land with only paying the price of the land, no clawbacks and no uplifts in the price of the land if you ever get planning permission on it. So if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to be notified of more upcoming videos involving everything from planning law to erecting fences and every other thing to do with starting a small farm, then hit that bell button. And if you want to subscribe, it's your choice. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, guys, my name's Craig. You've been watching A Small Farmer Life. Be safe out there. Make sure you take care of the family. Bye for now.